Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. Mr. Speaker, we agree that the environment needs to be protected, but the economy can be supported at the same time. It would be nice if the Bloc could support us in doing exactly what Quebecers and Canadians have called on us to do. They elected a Liberal government to ensure that, yes, we can be an economic superpower, but at the same time, we can take care of the environment.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberal Housing Minister says he doesn't want house prices to go down. While everyday Canadians are priced out of a home, he says he's focused on protecting people's assets. Well, now we know why. From his Vancouver penthouse, this minister is sitting atop a personal real estate empire worth over $10 million, including luxury properties in Tofino, Squamish, and English Bay. Why is it the only thing getting built under this housing minister is his personal fortune?
The Honourable Minister of Housing and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I'll caution the member on using inaccurate facts. I will be following all the rules, even before they are required, and these are some of the rules that the Conservatives themselves brought in under Prime Minister Harper. We will work with the Office of the Ethics Commissioner to ensure transparency, and I will continue to demonstrate integrity in my role as Minister. My focus is on getting more affordable housing built across Canada.
The Honourable Member for Newt-Tecumseh-Gwillimbury.
Liberals are just like Adams. They make up everything. More Canadians than ever are watching the dream of homeownership slip further out of reach. But this housing minister isn't focused on solving the housing crisis because he's profiting from it. The average home in Canada now costs $680,000, $1.2 million in Vancouver. Rents and mortgages doubled, housing starts are down, so why is the minister more interested in protecting his real estate empire than ensuring Canadians can afford a home?
I like this empty. When he actually got in the water for a question, it was good. And he's got pretty tough questions.
Settle down.
We got to settle down. Because Davidson, he's really good. He's actually one of the better MPs.
I thought we wanted to finish question period on time.
Conservatives for question period.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Housing, indeed all ministers and members of this House, live under some of the most stringent ethical requirements that require disclosure and transparency. As that member knows very well, the Minister of Housing is obviously complying with all of those rules, will continue to do so, and at the same time, he will continue working on providing housing opportunities for Canadians. That's why he's there. That's what he's going to do.
The Honourable Member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes.
You'll have to excuse us if we don't take the party that's been known for serial ethical lawbreaking at their word when the Minister of Housing, who said that house prices don't need to come down, is sitting in a $2 million penthouse on a multi-million-dollar real estate fortune while he's telling Canadians that they're okay to just stay in their parents' basements. Canadians want to know why this minister wasn't transparent, didn't answer the question in Committee of the Whole, didn't answer the question when the member previously asked, and we don't think that he answered it honestly when he gave an answer to the Ethics Commissioner. Why won't this minister come clean and tell Canadians the truth?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the minister quite literally just gave the answer on the floor of this House. That member knows, as do his colleagues, that we live under ethical guidelines that are among the most stringent in the world. They govern all the members of this House. That minister is in full compliance with all of the rules. That member knows better.
The Honourable Member for Dufferin-Caledon.
He's in compliance with his multi-million-dollar real estate empire. That's the only thing he's in compliance with while people are living in tent cities. This minister has said the housing market is working just fine. This from a real estate tycoon. While he has a $2.4 million penthouse in Vancouver, a $5.6 million lakefront property, and a $3 million estate in Tofino. You think housing prices are going to go down? No way! It's not in his financial interest for them to go down. How can anyone believe this minister will do anything for housing when it's in his vested interest to keep his real estate portfolio high and Canadians in tents?
spending day and night, 7 days a week at creating opportunities and housing for Canadians, while at the same time being in full compliance with the strictest ethical obligations faced by public office holders in the world, Mr. Speaker. You know that. Those members know that. We are in full compliance. That will continue to be the case.
The honourable member for Côte-du-Sud, Rivière-du-Loup, Kataskamik-Témiscouata. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Liberal Housing Minister has said that house prices don't need to go down. Not surprising when we know that he's sitting on $10 million in real estate. He has a $3 million home in Tofino, another $5.6 million home in Squamish, and a luxury penthouse in Vancouver. Meanwhile, in Quebec, young people are stuck in their parents' basements. They're not able to buy a home. They're not able to rent a home. Why is the minister from up in his luxury penthouse telling young Quebecers that the price of homes doesn't need to go down? The Honourable Government House Leader. Mr. Speaker, the member knows very, very well that not only has this Minister of Housing been working day and night to create housing opportunities for all Canadians, but he also knows that he has totally complied with our ethics regime. It's one of the most strict ethics regimes in the world. He's completely in compliance with the Ethics Commissioner. The Ethics Code covers transparency, and that's what the minister has followed.
The honourable member for Labrador.
Mr. Speaker, our new government recently introduced the One Canadian Economy Act, intended to tear down internal barriers to trade, cut red tape, and get nation-building projects off the ground. While it is true that the bill is critical to help grow our economy, Indigenous communities' individual rights must be respected throughout the process. Can the Minister of Northern and Arctic Affairs outline how the Indigenous partners will be consulted and how these communities will benefit from this bill? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Minister of Northern and Arctic Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the member of Labrador for his important question. As a First Nations rights holder as well, I want to acknowledge the concerns raised by Indigenous leaders across this country. Their voices matter. That's why we're investing in real consultation with $40 million to support Indigenous engagement, in addition to establishing an Indigenous Advisory Council. This legislation will be an economic game changer for Indigenous people like never before.
The honourable member for Parry Sound, Muskoka.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberals' own housing agency's latest numbers on housing starts are out, and they are bad, particularly in cities that receive money from their Housing Accelerator Fund. For example, Vancouver, they got $115 million. Starts are down 10%. Kelowna got $31.5 million. Starts are down 33%. On May 13th, the latest housing minister claimed that he wanted to build on the housing successes of the last few years. What success? When will the Liberals learn that bureaucrats don't actually build houses?
The Honourable Minister of Housing and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the member opposite will know, there are monthly fluctuations to the housing starts across Canada. That's right. And there's really good news in the CMHC report, Mr. Speaker. We are on an annual pace of almost 280,000 housing starts this year, which is almost a record. And we won't stop there, Mr. Speaker. We are focused on doubling housing starts in this country over this next decade, and we will stick to that goal.
The honourable member for Parry Sound, Muskoka.
Well, it doesn't just stop there. Hamilton got